for joining us in Stage 9 and exploring the birth of the first stars and galaxies.
Don't miss Stage 10, the final chapter of Part 1, where stars forge the elements of everything we...
Stop and wonder where all the stuff in the universe actually comes from? The really precious materials? Well, it's an incredible story of unimaginable power, of catastrophic death, and then this beautiful rebirth. Welcome to the Forge of the Cosmos. So let's start with a question that connects you right now directly to this epic cosmic story. Think about the iron in your blood. You know, the very thing that carries oxygen through your body and keeps you alive. Where did it come from? The answer? It's not from Earth. It was born in fire, in the very heart of a dying star. Okay, so our story really begins inside one of the universe's most amazing factories, a massive first-generation star. And when I say massive, I really mean it. We're talking about an absolute giant, anywhere from 8 to even 20 times the mass of our own sun. The gravitational force inside these things, it creates heat and pressure that is just beyond anything we can really wrap our heads around. Now, what's really cool is that the star's core isn't just one big furnace. It's actually layered, kind of like an onion. So in the outer shells, you've got hydrogen fusing into helium. You go a little deeper, and that helium is getting squeezed into carbon and oxygen. Layer by layer, the star just keeps forging heavier and heavier elements, working its way in until, right at the very center, silicon fuses into iron. For millions of years, this whole stellar factory has been in this perfect, delicate balance, just churning out the building blocks of the cosmos. But it's about to make one single element that's going to bring the entire operation to a sudden, catastrophic halt. And that element is iron. See, for every other element created in that star's core, the process of fusion released a tremendous amount of energy. That outward push of energy is literally what holds the star up against its own crushing gravity. But iron's different. It's the end of the line, the final ash. Making it doesn't release energy, it actually consumes it. So this is the crucial point, this fundamental switch. The star has spent its entire life pushing outward with all this energy from fusion. But the second its core fills with iron, that energy-producing reaction just hits a brick wall. The outward pressure vanishes, leaving gravity, the star's lifelong enemy, completely unopposed. And just like that, the engine that powered a star for millions of years just stops. In that single instant, the star is doomed. With nothing left to hold it up, the star begins to collapse in on itself. And this is not a slow, gentle process. It's an unbelievably violent implosion. This is the moment gravity finally claims its victory. And get this. It all happens in less than a second. Fusion stops. The star's outer layers come screaming down at a quarter of the speed of light. The core gets squeezed into an object of unimaginable density, a neutron star. And then this super-compressed core rebounds, launching one of the most powerful shockwaves in the entire universe back out through all those falling layers. That shockwave is what triggers the supernova, an explosion so bright it can actually outshine its entire home galaxy. The star's death is, paradoxically, the universe's most profound moment of creation. Because in the furnace of that blast, the temperatures and the pressures are finally high enough to forge all the elements that are heavier than iron. The gold on your finger, the silver in your jewelry, the platinum in our phones, every bit of it was created in the final violent moments of a dying star. But the story doesn't end there with the explosion. The death of this one star is actually the birth of everything that comes next. This is cosmic recycling on the absolute grandest scale you can imagine. All those newly created heavy elements, they get scattered across the cosmos. This enriched cloud of gas and dust, well, it becomes the raw material, the cosmic fertilizer for whole new stars and new planets to form. And this is where it all comes together. That dust contains the carbon that forms the basis of all life, the silicon that makes up the rock beneath our feet, and yep, the iron that flows through our very blood. Our solar system, our planet, even us, we were all built from the leftovers of these ancient explosions. So the next time you look up at the night sky, just remember, you're not just looking at distant lights. You are looking at the ancient forges that created the very atoms that make you who you are. The universe isn't just out there, it's in here. We are all truly made of stardust.
Thank you for exploring part 1 with us. 10 stages that revealed how the universe was born.
Thank you for being part of this journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore the universe with us. Now, join us in part 2, 10 new stages revealing how our solar system and Earth were born.